Hello, everyone, and this is my review for Better Watch Out. Yeah, I know. I always forget. I always have the camera reversed, so I apologize when I do my review videos. Okay. Um, Great movie. Storyline is a young lady whose job is to babysit this young kid who's like in his, I think, a 12-year-old, something like that. So she goes over to the house, babysits the kid. Well, she's babysitting the kid. She gets these weird phone calls over the house where she picks up, nobody answers. She gets knocked on the doors. All of a sudden, you see the back door opening out of nowhere. The kid's already inside the house. Okay, here's the creepy part. But all of a sudden, it seems like there are people trying to break in the house. So that's where the storyline pretty much is and picks up from. Don't want to spoil it too much, but it's pretty much a home invasion movie. Pretty much simple, but a little twist in it. Yes, and that's all I want to tell. So, try not to spoil too much of the movie. Pretty much, this movie is like Home Alone meets The Panic Room, where a lot of people don't remember the movie Panic Room. But if Home Alone and The Panic Room were rated R, pretty much you'll be this movie. Where this is a low budget film. So it's like a supposedly it's like a horror scary movie, holiday movie, but not really. It's more suspense. Where like again, I don't want to spoil it too much. There is a creepy twist in this movie where you somewhat see it in the beginning of the movie, but you don't want to pick it out because you're like, nah, it's a home invasion movie. But there's a little sick twist in this movie where, again, I'm not trying to spoil it, where it is kind of demented in a certain way where in real life there's been a situation with young teens about this kind of thing where it is, like I say, real scary. You think about it because I've seen it on news a lot lately, different over the years, young teens, about violence. And this is one movie that kind of touched the subject where this it's like a movie that you actually gotta open your mind where it's not for everyone in a way because I feel like a lot of people who will watch this movie be like, nah, that will never happen. And sadly, it has happened somewhat where it's kind of creepy how it shows how the world has become more, apologize to say this, but more fucked up. Different with the teens. The teens are getting more fucked up over the time. More and more. I think it's because social media's poking shit like this nowadays, where the movie has elements that like, damn, I would never imagine that would happen, but it can happen. And it has happened in real life. And being for a low budget film, some of the violence, it doesn't show violence. I mean, you know it's going to happen, but they put the camera a far distance where you don't see the violence, the gore and stuff. And I think it's because it looked like the people behind this movie they have no skills to do special effects when it comes to gore and stuff. So they kind of throw you that little image, a far distant camera, like, oh, okay, where you gotta use your mind how or picture it how it would look like. Where I think if it was an R-rated movie, even though it's a rated R movie, it probably would show gore and everything. Like it seems like Saw how they did all with gore, heads exploding like that. This one doesn't really show that much. It just I think one example I can give you about this movie where one of the persons get shot, you actually kind of see it, but not see it. You get the old school exploding package, you know, that blows up behind, underneath the clothes. That's pretty much it. But hardcore violent, where head popping like that, stuff like that, you don't really see it. It's like a far distant camera, or you see the body twitching. That's about it. The ending is pretty much unique, where they could make a sequel, like how they did what you call it, Silent Night, Deadly Night, whatever, the Christmas one, the back of the '70s movies where they made about five of them. They can do something like this. It's like almost a cult classic you throw in if you can think about it. But like I say, low budget film where it's real demented. Where I would say anybody who love their really fucked up storylines, and like I say, it almost touched the real life thing situation with teens. Do check it out. I actually liked it. It's not perfect, but it is demented. Where you will get pissed off. Numerous scenes where you're like, ooh, why that character couldn't die? Why yes die character? One of those moments that you get pissed off. It is a movie that I probably can watch over and over. Definitely now. It could be one of my holiday movies now. Kind of sad and demented. Yeah. If I can give like a finest grade on this movie, I'll give it like at least a B minus. I think it's because, like I say, for a rated R movie, you imagine there'll be gore and everything, real hardcore graphic scenes, but not really. Storyline, almost I can say perfect, but there are scenes in the movie that in the storyline doesn't make sense for moments when you think about it. That doesn't answer questions. So it's one of those movies like, oh man, you think behind you has like, wouldn't that neighbor, blah blah blah. You know how Home Alone was, how they described all the neighbors were gone. This one doesn't describe the neighbors all being gone. That's the weird thing. So that's one thing about this movie that does start you off like, storyline. You imagine certain things will happen, but hey, you did it. Acting is not bad, but yeah, B minus for my opinion. But you have time, check it out. It's almost a holiday movie. Christmas is over, but if you have time, do watch. Better watch out. And I guess that's my final grade. And like I say, watch it only if you have that open mind of fucked up teens in the world. That's my opinion. Alright, that's my review on Better Watch Out. Peace.